In Nigeria, finding a home, property, or land shouldn't be a game of Russian roulette. Yet, millions of Nigerians find this market as a minefield of fraudulent listings, fake agents, and zero transparency. But what happens when artificial intelligence steps in to sanitize the industry? Hello and welcome to TechnyFire. I am Dapo Aruwajoye. Today we witness the birth of Housevisory, an indigenous artificial intelligence platform that is transforming the way Nigerians discover, verify, and confirm real estate using data-driven AI. You will get the full gist after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
From the beeping mainframes of the 1960s to the smartphone in your pocket, and now machines that can think, learn, and speak like us. This is TechnyFire. Hello and welcome. I am Dapo Aruwajoye. On this show, we connect the dots between the past, present, and the future of technology. We revisit the genius of yesterday's breakthrough, the microchip, the internet, and the first robot arm. And we dive into tomorrow, AI that can create art, machines that can heal the body, and tech that's reshaping how we live and work. Every week, we explore where we have been, where we are, and where we are going. This isn't about gadgets. It's about the people, the possibilities, and the power of imagination. Welcome to the conversation. Welcome to the future. Welcome to TechnyFire.
Nigeria's real estate market suffers from a massive trust deficit. Gathered here are stakeholders who are all focused on one mission: redefining the future of Nigerian housing. They're here to celebrate the emergence of a solution, Housevisory, an indigenous AI platform built to eliminate real estate scams for both local and diaspora buyers.
Rental issues and affordability pressure. One, the upfront rent burden. Yeah, that's really a tough one. With 12 mini flats, right? Going for 3.5 million naira. And by the time they take this picture, you're seeing the interior, cool tiles, POP, and everything is cool. But when you now see the mechanicals or the electrical or plumbing, when you stay for a while, it becomes you obviously see that there is a lack in development in that, or in the structure of that housing. For example, you've not stayed up to 2 years in that apartment. The superway is already leaking. Poor infrastructure of that property, and tends to make the individual to pack away from that house. Remember, there's house rent, the rent of the house. Once you're packing, you're looking at over 4 things. You're paying rent, you're paying agency.
This platform seeks to bridge information gaps, simplify property search and verification processes, improve transparency, and create a more trustworthy environment for buyers, for renters, developers, agents, and investors alike. What excites me most is that this solution has been built with a clear understanding of local realities while embracing global standards of technology. It demonstrates what is possible when entrepreneurs choose to focus on solving real problems rather than simply creating products. There's a big difference between the two. Nigeria's housing sector presents enormous opportunities. Our growing population, increasing urbanization, demands new approaches to how housing information is accessed, managed, and utilized. Technology will continue to play a significant role in shaping that future. And platforms like Housevisory represent an important step in that direction.
So everyone is a renter, everyone is a buyer, everyone can do anything. Anyone, for free. There are those tiers, but there's also that free tier. Just like you're using some other products that allows you to, for instance, Facebook, to use the very basic services for free, probably for life. So you have all of the saved properties, which would be properties you like. You could also follow certain listers or users based on maybe you've worked with someone in the shortlet space and you like their properties, you want to sometimes look at what they are uploading. So you can follow them and you can watch their feeds for everything that they've added in the last 30 days. So you're carried along. Your recent views, the properties you're viewing, you can have all of those pop up. I will jump very quickly to one property at random. So this is a shortlet. And it's a spacious 2-bedroom apartment in Utomi Street of Lekki Phase 1. Okay, so this carries all of the information you need to know about the property. You could follow the professional who has uploaded it if you like. You could go on to view the pictures, the images themselves, and have a very good idea of what you're looking towards. In the case where the lister has also uploaded a video, you can also have a live tour of what has been uploaded. And so more of those. So you have very good insights on whether or not you want to get this property. I'll come again to Juno later on. Juno tries to, at this point, this talks about Juno's property brief. And what it's doing here is it just gives you a brief of the property, its amenities, in case you don't have all of the time to read or to go through a whole lot. It gives you what you need to know and also tells you about the vicinity where that property has been placed. So, reservations. Because this is shortlets, you could actually pick dates and reserve those dates. This property, this person says it's a minimum of 2 nights. So you can, let's assume 13th to 14th won't work, but 13th to 15th would work because it's 2 nights. And then it gives you the summation of the cost for those 2 nights at 300,000. You can request to book, which signals the lister or the shortlet host in this case. He decides to accept if he doesn't have a booking elsewhere or decline. Once he accepts, those dates in the calendar get blocked for another guest. You cannot book those dates again. So you have to go on other properties or go on another date. That's for shortlets. And also you could request to chat with the lister right on the platform. There's already a chat. There's a chat portal that allows for all of that. The amenities is sort of covered here. All of this is added when a property is being uploaded. Your high-speed Wi-Fi, once it's highlighted in green, it means those amenities are present in that property. The generator, smart logs, and all of that. There are rules, occupancy or house rules, the maximum number of guests that is allowed in the property, the minimum stays, In the case where pets are not allowed, the lister adds that when adding the property. So it pops up here and tells you it doesn't want pets maybe. More indoor unit entertainment, Netflix, PlayStation, whatever it is you have all of the room to show all of that. Here is a map that sort of gives us a view of the property. That's the property right in the middle. And in a couple of seconds, it's also going to populate every other, call them important, what do we call these guys? Let's just say important amenities around you. Like the legend here will tell us it's shopping, restaurants, park, universities or schools, petrol station, bank, ATM. So you can see the distance of all of these things you have around that property, even before going. So you know how long you need to drive for to get to a gas station or get to hospital, clinic, or gym. That's on the map, and you can decide to zoom in, see more, and all of that. See the streets, the names, anything you want to do. After your stay, you can come back and give us a feedback. So now you cannot, because you haven't stayed. Even if you have booked, you will not be able to do that until you are 24 hours into your stay. It opens up automatically for you to give your feedback. So because we don't want to be biased, we want to know the point from which your feedback is coming. So we want to hear about the cleanliness of the place. You could give a rating 1 to 5. The accuracy of what you saw versus what you actually got. So you give us a rating on that. The professionalism of the agent towards you. The utilities and the amenities, value for money, what you think. All of this has an impact on the agent or professional.
Why this product?
Okay, so several challenges actually in the real estate market when you attempt to get a property, get a shortlet somewhere to stay. People come across trust deficits, issues around it's not what I was told that I finally get to see. So we want to give people insights on properties. You see the images, you see the videos. You have some level of confidence before you even engage with who owns it, and then go all the way to inspecting the property. It's supposed to bring about ease. We in Lagos, for instance, we are very busy people, lots of traffic. And then we also wanted to introduce a smart system that in case you are actually in need of a property, you are able to just, in very few minutes, get the very right property you need as long as we have it in our database. So you don't have to go around surfing manually like you do in many traditional real estate apps. So here you have Juno, who is, I'll say Juno is your friend. Talk to Juno, tell Juno what you want. If Juno has it, Juno takes you there in few seconds, and you can actually go further to engage with the list of properties you are presented.
At what point did you come up with this idea?
The Housevisory initiative started, the conception and in fact, to some extent, an implementation of a piece started some 13 years back while I was in the university, trying to get a place to stay for my cousins at the time, younger cousins. And I was the man on ground. They were coming as new intakes. And I went through hell, moving from one property to the other, not meeting, obviously, what I was told over phone by agents and all of that. So I felt it was important that people had some level of insight on a property before they even embark on the journey to inspect. And all the way up to now, that's thought, that's the concept, as what has actually given birth to Housevisory today.
So what next now?
We have a whole lot in terms of how we want to make the system smart, further efficient, and be of great use to the public. It's a number of things I will probably not mention, but I will just tell the world to look out for what's unfolding in the coming months.
Amazing. Can you take us through this process? Just let's quickly see.
Okay. This is the landing page. I had mentioned Juno, your very smart system, has all of the capabilities to get you to where you need to be in seconds. I'll take us through that process in one go. For instance, I'm asking Juno, where can I find a good place? A good place for a short stay around Victoria, Victoria Island. And we hit this. Let's see what Juno tells us.
It was meant to search all shortlets around Victoria Island.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And give us what it considers best. And I will allow her to talk to us as well.
Okay.
You're looking for a short stay around Victoria Island. While nothing is available right inside 6 at the moment, I've pulled strong Lekki Phase 1 options nearby with nightly rates around 135,000 Nigerian Nairas to 160,000 Nigerian Nairas, all with security and AC, most with pools or gyms, and smart features for an easy stay. Lekki Phase 1 is a quick hop to 6 for meetings and nightlife, with plenty of cafes and supermarkets.
Okay.
If you like, I can set an alert to ping you the moment a 6 short stay goes live.
Yes, you can choose to go into
December and event weeks drive rates up fast on the island. Lock in dates early to avoid surge pricing.
I do not have the time to go into each of this property. I can click to compare the 3 and get the best results.
Okay.
So you go further to compare, and that way you can narrow down into what you probably want. So let's see what we get from this comparison we're running.
So apparently these properties, right, were put in by the people that want
the Admiralty Way 2-bed wins for best
by the owners or by the people managing those properties.
Stay and still offers full power, treated water,
So there's
and
one
smart
at
locks.
Admiralty Way, right?
Yeah.
All
2-bedroom.
3 are Lekki Phase 1 short
So now it's comparing each, and it has given us a best pick. This is the top pick.
Okay,
So
the
price
130.
and
Best
flexibility
price.
decided.
And the amenities
The
are
Admiralty
better.
Way 2-bed at 135,000
than the others,
Nigerian
yeah.
Naira.
So for some other
is
properties, if I want to
10%
buy
to
land
16%
also, it's
cheaper
going
than the
to
other
It's going to
2
tell you.
and
If you
allows
have a
one
factory
night
you want to
minimum,
rent,
which
you have a
reduces
shopping
commitment
mall.
in total spend
everything.
for shorter
Everything
stays
else
while
will-
still
anything you
hosting
want.
up to 5 guests
Okay,
with
but
Wi-Fi,
that means it
gym,
has to be
washer/dryer, and
listed
smart
first.
features.
Yes, somebody must have listed
Who's
it.
paying more per guest with a
So
2-night
basically
minimum.
it's about shortlets.
The newer
and,
2025
Properties for sale,
Utopia Street 2-bed
for
at
rent,
150,000
lands,
Nigerian Nairas per night
factories,
adds
shopping
smart
mall,
locks and a pool
offices,
that lacks in-unit
anything at
laundry
all you
and
can think
costs
around.
more
This
than
is
the Admiralty
Nigeria
option
alone
without
now.
a
You're
clear
going to be thinking outside
infrastructure edge.
Nigeria.
It's actually built for outside of the world, but we are narrowing it down to Nigeria for now. So we learn the market, we make mistakes, and we make sure we're putting our strongest foot forward when we go to the world.
Housevisory, which is like a dream come true to realtors, estate managers, investors, and those who want to rent properties. It is solving number 1, which is very, very important, the trust issue. You know, trust issue is a very big issue in property development and rentals, in an estate management in Nigeria. And this one is going to solve that issue. And at the same time, it is also going to link the product and the buyer or the renter together easily, You don't have to go through anyone. With this application, I believe that we are going to get more clarity, more trust between the owner of the property or the person renting it out. It's not necessarily if you want to rent a house. It could be a short let. It could be anything that has to do with property.
Because we see there are so many challenges, and there's of course population expulsion that has made housing a big problem. And people get into a lot of problems, so we want to tell them the easy way and the legal way that will make it so dynamic to get everything you need on your laptop, instead of going around, wasting your energy, going in traffic and whatnot.
So what do you think will happen if you have this kind of solution?
It will make life easier. It will make traveling, time less. It will make the fraud that most agents put people through, it will get it less, because you're good to know that what you're going to see. Like when they charge all these viewing fees, you don't have to pay any charges to view a property. And then you will know enough about the property you want to see, from this app. Instead of going there and being, tossed up and down, wasting your energy and your time. So it's going to give everybody a peace of mind that will make housing and anything that has to do with renting very easy and stress-free.
Can you share one experience that you didn't like when it comes to agents and things, and what?
Oh, yeah.
How this one kind of...
Personally, numerous. There was a property we were all trying to get, and we had paid some monies to them, and they said the owner of the property is coming to Nigeria, that he was abroad. We had paid a deposit, a percentage, that the owner was going to come back in a month. Lo and behold, by the time the owner came back after a month, they said somebody else had gotten the property. And before we could get our own money back, they said they needed to get money from the other person, which was just very, very, very tedious, until we had to go legal before we got our money. So when you have something like this, it's going to make it less.
In today's world where AI is taking over the world, Housevisory found a way to infuse AI into property search. Especially if you've looked for a house in real Lagos, you know that it's a whole journey of its own. Looking for the place, getting somewhere that is suitable for your taste, making sure that place is actually genuine and all. It's a whole hassle. But with the integration of AI into Housevisory, you get to do that with just a prompt, with just a narration. Just say what you want, it does the search for you. And it's just searching within a verified space of realtors and property listers. So it favors both developers, both realtors looking to sell, both shortlet managers looking to, get daily bookings for their shortlets. In fact, at this point, I'm sure even hotels will even jump on it. So the people with property can go to the platform to list the platform so that they can get people interested in their property. The people looking to get property can also go to the platform. And the good thing is it keeps record of your history. So if I'm a property owner, I list my properties, people can see that most people have gotten properties from me, and thereby I'm trustworthy. And even if I don't have any property, I'm just looking to get properties. If I go on the platform and I book 5 shortlets and I rent a particular apartment, people can see that if I'm chatting you up, I'm not here to waste your time. You can see all the properties I've booked before, and you can even follow me. It's more like a social media space, but for realtors and everybody in the real estate industry.
We all know the issues we all have around here when it comes to real estate, because the population grows geometrically while the housing needs is arithmetically. So there is always a scramble for you to get a space. And then in the course of that, there are issues. And when there is a platform now that comes up to solve those issues, I think we have a good deal on our hands.
The launch of Housevisory proves that the future of real estate in Nigeria won't just be built on mortar and bricks, but it will also be secured by code and data. And that's all we can take on this episode. I am Dapo Aruwajoye. See you next time on TechnyFire.